So let's talk about the Newport Folk Festival, okay? Here is how I remember always hearing about it with Bob Dylan. He shows up and he basically brings beer to church, right? He disrespected the folk festival tradition because he plugged in the band and he gets booed off stage. It became this turning point for both him and for rock and roll in general. And it's always pointed to in this long line of events that will lead to the Summer of Love and beyond, right? That's how I always heard it. But what if that is BS? Bruce Jackson's one of the organizers that year at Newport, and in 2002, he writes a piece claiming that not only did this historical interpretation not fit his memory, he actually went back to the tapes from the performance because he has the original tapes. And he claims that they prove that the version of the story that we hear historically is a fabrication. This is fascinating. He transcribes the tapes, and I'm going to read from the back half of a piece here that comes from after he transcribes. He says 3 things stand out. First, you can hear a lot of individual things yelled by the audience and the general responses of the audience. Second, all the booing you can hear from the stage is in response to things that Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary says, not to things Bob Dylan says. And third, it was Peter Yarrow who first started drawing attention to which guitar Dylan was using. He twice said he was coming back with an acoustic guitar, and he stressed it each time. This is him talking. I remember wondering at the time why Peter was making such a big deal of what instrument Dylan was going to use. I've heard people say that Dylan himself gave proof of how upset he was at the boos when he came back to do those encores with that acoustic guitar rather than 2 more electric songs with the Butterfield group, but that's nonsense. Dylan and the blues band did 3 songs together because that was all the songs they'd prepared to perform together. They hadn't prepared more because they'd been told by the Newport staff, myself included, this is that guy talking, that all they would be allowed to do would be 3 songs. So, what if the entire thing that we know about Bob Dylan and the Newport Folk Festival is false?